Do 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 do. And a doobie. Doobie doo. Let me get my blankie. Do 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 do. Here we go. All right. Let me put my live up on the tablet. Make sure everything looks good. Do do do. I was watching, I think, what's the name of this? Mickey 17. It's pretty good so far. I'm halfway through. I like it. I can dig it. I was trying to just put something on in the background, but it kept my attention. So let's see. YouTube, you tizzle. There we go. And bada bing, bada boom. So today we're going to look at 5 leagues from the Borderlands. I'll put this right here so I don't have to hurt my neck. Oh, matter of fact, while I'm gonna kick back and chill for a second. Yeah, I was gonna get the Discord link. Boom. Do 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 do. Where's my Discord link? Da 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 da. Invite. Copy link. And YouTube. Thank you, Mrs. Coach. Let's see what time it is. All right, 9:20. I'm slightly early. All right, so I'm a big fan of 5 Parsecs from Home. So and I like Modifius. The books are made really nice hardcover books. I like them, all the ones that I have. And I forgot what I put this out here for. I guess just to show, this is what had me, happy adventure. Happy Sunday adventures. And I have the Discord link in the, what do you call it? And I'll put it in the video too, in the description. I'll be running some one-shots soon. And I'm probably going to start with Dragonbane and try to utilize the systems that I have. And I would like to utilize the systems that I have before I start purchasing any more. I have quite a bit. I know that it can be, what do you call it? Hobby collecting, but I don't want that as a hobby. I like this just hobby, just playing. So I'm going to try my bestest not to purchase any more books. I do have one book on my list. It's one that comes from this kind of system and stuff. And then that's it. Because I have plenty to work with. I have a campaign war. I'm on my campaign turn number 3 on this one. And then I do have an upgrade. Not upgrade, but I have an update. So I started Ironsworn. And you print out these assets. And I print them out on not the best paper, just regular paper. And I have upgraded. And even when I pick them up, I've just dent them up. But I've upgraded them. And I've got some better paper. Look at that. That's going to be good. So I'm going to cut those out and continue forward. Because I've already created my character. I've created my setting. I really like my setting. So, but I think I'm going to change up the asset cards. Asset cards are some of the things that you get. Or, because you have a different categories of asset cards. So for Starforged, these are asset cards. It's a bunch of different ones. You've got your combat vehicle. You've got companion, different things and stuff. But you've also got something called paths, different paths that your character can take, so you can kind of mix them up and create the type of character that you're looking for. So these are pretty cool. So I think I'm going to change these up. I have some ideas and stuff. I'm going to play with that over the weekend or over the week. So boom. And finally, Mrs. Coach. Shout out to Mrs. Coach, because she actually grabbed that paper for me and reminded me. So Starforge, like I said, I've got plenty of games to play with, so I think I'm going to try my best to hold off, besides, my birthday book. Hold off on purchasing any more, because I've got so many. But I do have the Cairn 2nd edition, the Warden's Manual. It's coming in this week, and I'm looking forward to checking it out, because I can only imagine what's inside of that thing. So, But today I wanted to check this out. I got this not too long ago. Again, I'm a big fan of this game right here, and like I said, I love the books that they make, and some of my super fantastic favorite games to hop on. You do like campaign stuff off of the board, and then you hit the board and do like some sort of tabletop battle. So it's pretty cool. So I was curious about this one right here. 5 Parsecs from Home is sci-fi. What do you call it? It's sci-fi, and this one I think is more fantasy. Or let's see. Let me see. So, yeah, so the last tomb was crawling with grave walkers. The town held a Fey sorcerer. Let's see, so this alone is different from 5 Parsecs from Home. But anyway, I like the system. I like the layout and stuff, and it's very easy. It's kind of like learn as you go. Very cool systems. So before I go reading through that, I'm just going to open it up and go ahead and start making some characters because I'm sure we'll get a better idea of, what do you call it, how this is. So 5 Leagues from the Borderlands is a solo adventure war game where you take the role of the warband of heroes, or the warband of heroes and adventurers, and explore a grim world full of monsters, enemies, creeping malice, and exciting quests. So it's interesting. Yeah. So, and I use this regular board to do my, what do you call it, my tabletop battles, and then currently with County Road Z, I am currently on a mission, or I'm going to set up for a mission where I'm going to be gathering some resources, and I'm just going to use this cool board right here with my cool dungeon craft map. Shouts out to Robin for getting me these, or sending them. Fantastic. I use them for a lot of different games. Boom, boom, boom. So, boom. So let's get into this, and I printed this on the better paper. Let's see. I was reading through it a little bit, and like I said, it's pretty sure it's created to kind of learn as you go. So let's see. So you've got sister games for 5 Parsecs. 5 Leagues is a sister game of 5 Parsecs from Home, also available from Modiphius. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And let's see. Terminology. I've already kind of went through. Dice. Let's see. So miniatures. And your final tools for playing the game are the dice. 6-sided dice are used for all combat purposes, same as 5 Parsecs from Home, and character creation requires 10 6-sided dice. 10-sided dice. I don't know where I got that from. Normally used to generate percentile rolls. So you'll also need a 20-sided die. So, and then D3, hopefully you won't have to do D3 where we're over here rounding and halving and stuff. So yeah, let's see. We're gonna go into some character creation. I'm just looking through. So let's read this part right here. I got an introduction, surviving. I heard that it is a dangerous game. So let's see. You've got inspirations, and then here goes character creation. So the stars of the story. So you're playing a somewhat unusual game, one using procedural random generation of content with risk of a crazy streak of luck. Whether good or bad, sometimes your adventuring career turns out to be a complete walk in the park, while other times you may get obliterated on the spot. Let's see, each player will differ in their approach. Some prefer to let the dice fall, relishing a near impossible challenge. Others want to see their characters prosper and feel discouraged if they lost just because of the dice. Most of the time things should be fine, but we offer the options below. Let's see, boom. Suggest writing them on an index card. Alright, so these are different things that we can use that will help us along the way that you can kind of use once per campaign. Each of these options below can be used once during your campaign. Alright, so let's see. Play the game. We're going to create a group of characters forming a warband of 6 characters. So let's see, the typical warband consists of 4 heroes with an additional 2 followers. So we're gonna do 4 heroes. Boom, 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 boom. 4 heroes and 2 followers. Let's see. We're not gonna do larger games, so we're not gonna worry about that right there. Let's see, character types. Let's see. Boom, boom. Frontier. Alright, so let's see. So, broadly speaking, characters you interact with fall into the following groups. I'm going to go over it because I haven't done this part right here. This is where I left off at when I was reading on my own. So, heroes are the cornerstone of your warband. They have increased survival chances, can use any weapons you find, and will improve their abilities quickly as you play the campaign game. As the name suggests, they are the heroes, though they may well be rogues and scoundrels. Let's see, you've got avatars. The avatar is a stand-in for you as a player. This figure acts as a hero, but with additional benefits applied. You've got mystics, which I thought was cool. Again, since I had been playing 5 parsecs from home, so this adds a different flavor. So a mystic is a spellcasting character. They are always heroes. Followers, assorted hired hands, henchmen, minions, followers can fight bravely and can progress in the game, but they are assumed to have less initiative and less skill. As such, they tend to be less permanent, coming and going as you play. Then you got friends. Let's see, so do not take the battlefield. Friends do not take the battlefield except in rare circumstances, depending on scenario instructions. Instead, they are people you come to know and who can occasionally be called upon for aid. Cool. Friends are sometimes described as being part of a particular type, such as a merchant friend or a noble friend, and in some circumstances, the type of friend may be relevant to a specific situation, but is mainly included for flavor. I like that flavor. So enemies, of course, if they are out to kill you, or unalive you, they are an enemy. Enemies are always controlled by the game system and obey specific rules for movement and combat. Easy work. Enemy leaders are given ranks for simplicity, even though they may well be animals or mindless monsters. These ranks are sergeants, lieutenant, and capitan. Let's see, you got your ability scores. So we've got agility, speed, combat, skill, and toughness. So let's see, determines when your character acts during round. Okay, that's new. So agility determines when the character acts during the round. Well, in 5 parsecs, it's reaction. I don't think there's agility in here anyway. So speed has values. The first is their base movement in tabletop inches. The second is an additional distance that can be gained during dash, non-combat action. Modifiers to movement are expressed in the same way. Simply add them together. Let's see. So combat skill is a character's fighting ability. It is added to your D6 roll, which is the same as 5 parsecs. Let's see. Toughness is the character's resilience to harm. When struck in combat, rolling greater than the toughness indicates an incapacitating injury. And let's see. A typical character has the following profile. Players from 5 parsecs from home may note that agility serves the same purpose as reactions does in that game. The enemy you fight do not have an ability score, but will have an armor rating. Cool. Mystics, if you wish to have a spellcaster in your warband, which I'm definitely going to do so, select one of your heroes to be a mystic. Let's see, they will have the same base profile as above, but with an additional ability score casting starting at +0. Let's see, is that on here? Yeah, they have casting as well. Let's see. They will have the same base profile as above. So this is the base profile. So it's good to know. Oh, look at this. This is cool. So characters start out with the skills based on their character origin and background explained below, but can pick an array of skills as they adventure. Various activities and events in the game will require making a proficiency test. Having the correct skill will grant a +2 bonus to such rolls. So we'll look into that. I'm excited to play this game. Let's see. What page was that? 52. So let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Character origins. And that's where we're going to get our base skills. So a hero may be of human origin, or they may not. May have non-human origins. Fey blood, dusklings, feral, halflings, or preen. They will also have a character background, the options for which are limited by their origin. Let's see, you may choose an origin you like for your characters in any combination, whether it suit the miniatures you would like to use or an idea you have for a particular warband. So there is no origin restriction to mystic characters, as all origins have some traditional of mystical arts. Though varying in nature, Duskling priests will go about their craft in a different way to a human alchemist. For example, if you prefer randomizing character's origin, you can use the table below. I'm not going to do it random. Let's see. So we get 4 heroes and 2 followers. So let's see. Human heroes may select from townsfolk, noble, frontier, or zealot backgrounds. Let's see. Humans, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so this is where, okay, so there we go. So humans add +1 to all speech tests. Driven as a rule, humans are fiercely motivated to attain great things. Humans are the only characters that can ever attain more than 1 point of will. Will represents the determination and grit of the character, allowing them to push past common limits in battle. Let's see. Additionally, if a human hero obtains a will increase when earning an advancement, they immediately gain 2 experience points. So we've got the human Fey blood. Generate heroes. We define a hero character as, let's see. What is a preen? So a preen is a species of bird-like humanoids. The preen seem to lack a homeland of their own. Instead, they tend to live scattered around the world, pursuing lives in remote villages while giving a life of trade and craft. They are also possessed by infamous foul tempers. Let's see. Okay, so we go based off your background and let's see. Fey blood. We've got fairies, duskling, creatures of the shadows rather than creatures of the sun. Dusklings are stalwart warriors who place great emphasis on an individual glory. They are commonly seen in human lands as invaders, raiders, or adventurers. Duskling must select the outsider background. Let's see. Let's pull out our character sheet real quick. So I would like a bigger one, but in the meantime, between time, I'm going to start here. So we've got our origin, and this is going to be our origin. And let me see this. So I'm thinking maybe a human. Halfling feral, whether, let's see, whether from ancient curses or experimental. Let's see where the book is at. So whether from ancient curses or experiments of old gods, feral resemble hybrids of animals and humans. Typical with the characteristics of a wolf or a great cat. They are often valued by both military forces and adventuring parties for the talents. Let's see. I think I want to do a feral. I think that's... And mine is going to be... I'm thinking more like a cat-like. Cat-like. So let me put that down. So I'm going to do probably a feral. A human. Let me see. Did all humans have to be... let's see. With the heroes... I can't remember. Boom, boom. Hero may... Okay, so it can be of human origin or they may have non-human origins. They will also have a character background. Let's see. There's no origin restriction to mystic characters. So, you may choose an origin. So I'm going to do a feral, a human. We have 6 characters that we're going to do. We can, let's see, we've got generating heroes right there. Frontier background, mystic background. Background must be selected by mystic characters regardless of origin. They are determined but hampered by the intense focus on magic. I definitely want to do a mystic. Okay. And mystic doesn't have any... If you wish to have a spellcaster, one of your heroes to be a mystic, they will have the same base profile as the above, but with an additional abilities casting. What do you call it? So I'm going to do 2 humans. and I'm gonna do 2 pharaohs, and those are gonna be my, what do you call it, my heroes. And now followers, let me keep going. I think sometimes often when I'm playing games, I'm like overthinking things. It's okay for me not to know what I'm doing, and I'm sure that I'll learn along the way. But you know, so let's see. Let's see. There's no origin restriction to mystic characters, as all origins have some tradition of mystical arts. So let's see. I'm gonna do 2 humans, and humans get extra stuff, and I'm gonna do the pharaoh, and let's focus on making our hero characters first. Boom, 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 boom. See, heroes may select from townsfolk. See, expertise is +1 in speech. I was looking at my character sheet to see where it was actually at, but maybe that's something that we'll just put on the side. Let's see. Alright, so those are going to be, as far as my heroes go, because you get 4 heroes. So we define a hero character as someone with some experience already under their belt, whether from ability score improvement, skills, and or other resources, backgrounds. To create a human hero, select one of the allowed background options, then roll a d20 for each of the relevant subtables. What is that? To 23. Oh, okay. I get it. Subtable skills. Okay. Let's see. So we've got Mystic. So I guess we'll roll all the way down to see what exactly. So let's see. So to create a human hero, select one of the allowed background options. I'm gonna do Mystic for. Let's see. I don't know if I didn't see that it was a limit, so I'm gonna do. Well, I'll do 1 Mystic. We'll see. Options. So let's see. And then roll d20 for each of the relevant subtables, applying the results as you go. Non-human characters must select a specific background as listed in their description above. Let's see. In human heroes may select from the townsfolk. So I'll make one of my humans, what do you call it, a mystic. Let's see. So non-human characters must select a specific background as listed in their description above. Mystics must select the mystic background regardless of origins. For example, a preteen mystic would take the mystic background even though preteens are normally townfolks. Word. So the entries on the tables grant additional items or benefits as explained below. Capabilities. So there are increases to the base character's profile exactly as if the character had leveled up through experience. Raise the ability score by +1 for combat, agility, toughness, or casting, or +2 to speed as indicated. So first I'm going to write down my, what do you call it? Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I'll do these 2 on this side because it's easier to get to. Let me move my cool dice out the way. Alright, so we'll wait on the name. I'm gonna do so human. Where's the background aspect on here? So we've got name, origin, which is going to be whether it's going to be like pharaoh or yada yada yada. There's no spot for the background. Let's see. Okay, origin, agility, speed, combat, tough. You got luck, will. I'm sure luck is something that you could roll to, turn things in your favor, maybe roll again. I also have these cool dice right here. They came from a game, Marvel Zombies, and I took apart the game. What's up, Sword and Stones? Man, I was just thinking about checking your video. I was just thinking about you today. It's crazy. What's up, Sword and Stones? Mrs. Coach is back there getting ready. We have somewhere to go super early in the morning, so she is getting things in order and getting herself in order and stuff. But I'm sure she's periodically back there. So these have these cool zombie bite marks right here for the number 1. They're cool. I've kind of torn the box set up to use it in different games. So, but everything is going to you, so that's fantastic. So again, I'm gonna do Mystic for. So we've got Origin is going to be human. And I'm going to do a human right here as well. I don't know why I did. I'm just going to use it because I forgot it's going to be 4 of them. So we're going to take up some space. I'll move my cool pens out the way over here so they don't fall because I don't want them to fall and then break. And oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys probably already knew this, right? So since I've been playing tabletop RPGs, I was using erasable pens for quite some time, and then I went to using this because pencil just works so much better because I use physical sheets. So, and then I've recently upgraded and got a few of these mechanical pencils. This is my favorite one so far. This one was it was $20, but I'm pretty sure it's metal. I think so. Yeah, and this is probably something you already know. There's an eraser right here. I had no idea. I don't even know how I figured that out. I don't know. So, and then I was like, wow, so if it's in that one, it's probably, and voila, it was there too. So, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. All right, so I'm gonna do two humans, one feral. I should probably switch it up so that way, you know. But I wasn't really, you know, hip. So the preen, you know, nah, no thanks. Maybe the duskling. So I'll just use this eraser. I think I'll do two humans. Two humans. Word, Mrs. Coach. I'll do two humans. I'll do a feral. And then I'll do a duskling. +1 to all traveling tests. It's gonna be a pretty cool game. Different than, you know, again, I've been playing 5 parsecs outside of my YouTube, what do you call it? My YouTube games. Because I don't want to play the same game, so all the time. I want variety. All right, so I was playing a little bit of this and stuff because I got a few games going. I have a DCC solo. I've got a few games going. Boom, boom, boom. So human, feral, and a duskling. And this one is gonna be like kind of like a cat-like creature. Oh, I did it by the name. Wow. Okay, no biggie. Boo doo doo doo. Wow, this paper is. I might need a different eraser to get this. Sheesh. Oh, yeah. I put it. Well, I guess it didn't really matter. I could have easily put it on the other side. It is my paper, you know. What is somebody gonna say? So let's see. I'll do my human right here. And there's like no area on here for me to put my background proficiencies and spells. So let's see. So maybe I should put it a little closer right here so I can maybe put the background. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm gonna need a new paper soon. And then I'm gonna do a feral. Like a cat-like creature. And then I'm gonna do a duskling. And the first thing I'm going to do is work on my human character. You can get a good feel for the game too. So one of my human, the first one is going to be a mystic. But first we'll see, because humans get some special stuff. So skill expertise. We've got skills right here. We get to add a +2 to all speech tests. +1. Alright. And let's see, as a rule, humans are fiercely motivated to obtain great things. Humans are the only ones. Okay, we got the will, so we don't have to worry about anything that right now. And as far as the background goes, we're going to go ahead and turn this one into a mystic. So let's see, these are capabilities. All right, so Mystic. Hold on. Let me check out some stuff. Got backgrounds. And okay, and this is how we're going to generate our followers right here. Skills tables. Selecting skills for each skill acquired in training role. Alright, so we don't worry about all that right now. I was just curious. Doing a quick, brief look through. And this is how your round, your phases goes. If you play 5 parsecs from home, it's, you've got, as far as your round, you do your reaction, which is who goes, what place you go in. And then you've got your quick phase, first people to go, your enemy phase, and then the slow phase, your other set of characters, and then an end phase. So, but let's see, 5 parsecs from 5 leagues. In 5 leagues, you play battles as a series of battle rounds, each of which consists of the following phases. So we've got the initiative, quick action, enemy, slow, tracking. And I'm pretty sure this right here is going to be both of our characters. It just depends, it'll depend on a few rolls to see in which phase you're going to actually act in. So let me just look at a couple more. We got movement right here. You got terrain. We got our game rules. This one does have an index, I'm pretty sure, which is super fantastically awesome. Alright, so let's get back to our character. I would consider this a part of the actual solo play because we get a chance to be a little bit creative and just because you're playing. Everything is part of the game. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do... And this one is going to be... I'm going to do my Mystic. And let's see. So these are increases to the base character's profile, exactly as if the character had leveled up. So these are what we're going to do. So first, I'm going to do my Mystic. I'm going to take a D20. Let's see what color we want to use. I'm going to use green. And we got an 8. Mystic. So our capabilities are Mystic tables. So we got an 8. Casting increase. Let's see. Casting increase. I'm not exactly sure. I'm just going to put this right here. Let's see. Got a casting. I'm not sure. Let's see. Casting increase. And then for mentality, we got, what is that? That's crazy. Is that a 18? I'm tripping. Oh, yeah, it's 18. All right. Let's see. 18, and we get 1 XP. So, and then 7 for possessions. We get a mystic item. Let's see, casting increase. I'll put this over here. I don't know where some notes are. I'll just put it right here. Casting increase. I'm not exactly sure what to do with that yet. Casting increase, and we get a mystic item. Let's see, and then training, we get an 11. We get 1 skill. I'm sure this will make sense as we continue forward. All right, let's see now. Let's see, boom, boom, boom. Possessions. All right, so this one is our mystic. And let's see, I'm wondering, I think that we get these right now. So these are the increase to your base character profile. Okay, this is our base right here. Exactly as if the character had leveled up through experience. Raise the ability score by +1 for combat. Where's my combat? We get a +1. And then, let's see. Oh, okay, we can do a +1 to combat, agility, toughness, or casting. I'm going to do combat. Well, I think I'm going to do... I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to do combat. So, character has the following profile. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do, that's a toughie. Because I already get a casting increase for what I rolled on, so, and agility is not really a big, let's see, toughness. Toughness will be the number that they have to beat in order to do any damage, so I'm gonna do increase that by 1. Let's see, or casting, or +2 to speed as indicated. All right, the result here grants the character points in the will or luck characteristics. Note that some characters have not had the life experience or favor of the gods to begin with increases. They will instead begin with a bonus experience point. See, non-humans and will. If a non-human character would receive 2 will, count as 1 will and 3 XP. Okay. So before we get to the next section, how about I guess it would be smart for me to do all of my, what do you call it, all of my humans. Well, I guess all of my heroes, because so the next hero human is going to be, let's see, what do we have? So we've got 1 mystic already, and now we can pick from townsfolk, noble, frontier, or zealot. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Like only available human, they are often lucky and as if someone is watching over them. As if someone is watching over them. Or noble, they often come well equipped. I'm thinking about that. Townsfolk. Frontier. They tend to be resourceful, available to human characters. So maybe this one will be a frontier. Alright, so now we're gonna roll right there. Here we go with that one again. It's an 18 agility and combat increase. I'm not sure exactly how that goes, but again, I'm sure we'll figure that out along the way. So agility and combat. Increase. There we go. I wasn't sure what I was going to put there, like a plus sign. And then for mentality, we got a 12. So 1 XP. And I saw that it was something else right here, but we'll wait too. So with the 9, would receive 2 will. And then for possessions, I got an 8, 2 gold marks. And then for training, we got a 10. We got 1 skill. Put that over there. I'll put this down here for now, and I'll delete it later. And then let's see, for a feral, let's see what extra they get. A feral, and we can only pick from the outsider, which is fine. That's going to be our background. Feral adds +1 to scouting tests. And let's see, Feral have keen senses that make them popular as both scouts and sentries. How you say it? During the enemy infiltration step of the defensive battle, you may add +1 to the roll. During the sneak up step of a raid, you may subtract -1 from the roll for the enemy spotting the character sneaking up if the character is feral. See, hunting instincts, I'll put that as far as, put it down on my skills. That's page 19. And then, when running, Feral can drop down to all fours to get a burst of increased speed. Feral may move up to a full move and still make a ranged attack. Alright, Alien. While Feral can interact with regular society, they don't quite understand how it works. When making proficiency tests, Feral receive only a +1 bonus from the leadership, speech, and scholar skills. Alright, so I think that's it for the Pharaoh, and then we also have our Duskling. Where's my Duskling? Here we go. So ours is select the Outsider as well. Alright. Alright. So we'll do Outsider as well. It is saying Outsider. Yep, Outsider. Outsider. Let's see. And add +1. We have to go to our background as well. So we add +1 to traveling tests. And the popular Duskling tactic is to charge, hitting the enemy with built-up rage. When moving into melee combat, the following rules apply. Let's see, they cannot parry. They may choose to reroll their die in the first exchange. Brute charge. So I'll put that on here as far as skills. Yeah, I like this. It's got a nice little different flavor from 5 parsecs. Let's see, brute charge. And I'll put the page. I definitely need to create a different character sheet where I can have some more spaces in between because I feel trapped. And I need more spaces. I don't even like college role notebooks. Okay. Let's see. Pretty involved character creation. I can dig it. Pretty involved. How you been, Sword and Stones? What you been up to? What you been playing lately? Where's that? Let's see. Oath of Life. Despite or perhaps because of their warlike ways, the Dustlings are infused with the furious hatred of all things. Wow, that will not stay dead. In melee against undead opponents, now we'll be fighting undead. That's pretty cool. Dustlings receive a counter-attack ability. Oath of Life. That's something else to put on here. Not playing a lot lately. Scheduling is a bummer. I can dig it. So not even any solo games. I take it. Best. Sometimes my schedule is not. There's a few things. There's a lot of things going on. That's why 5 parsecs. I can just. It's I save like my tabletop battles for the weekends, and there are other stuff inside of the book that you can do off of the tabletop. So you just learn to play 5-minute dungeon board game with the son-in-law. Word. That's what's up. Yeah, getting quick games in. I try to, even if it's like a few minutes, I try to get up earlier than the rest of the household so I can get a quick little exercise in, and so I can have a little bit of time to do other things, typically kind of catch up on my games, even if it's like 30 minutes or so. So I might do some solo stuff later tonight. Dad's Day. That's right. Happy Dad's Day to everybody out there. Word. All right, so I'm put this. I can erase that because I already know I'm gonna do that. And let's see. So it's been pretty cool character creation. Absolutely, Sword and Stones. You are one cool person. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So we got Brute Charge and we have Oath of Life when fighting dead. This is cool. I like the character creation so far. Oath of Life. Put a comment right there. Undead. Yeah, I definitely need to. Undead. Yeah. I need a new character sheet. This is way too. Yeah, okay. And then there's also something else. Distrust. Dustlings have an intense distrust of anything mystical. Dustlings cannot have spells cast on them by other members of the warband, as they will never allow it. Additionally, they can carry only a single magical item at any given time. If they find an item during a tabletop battle, this is awesome, and it has some magical items in here. Let's see, of course, with the spell casting, but it's cool. They may pick it up normally, but most reorganize their equipment after the encounter. So Dustlings come with some pretty cool, what do you call it? Additions. Let's see. So that's page 17 for my 17. I'm gonna bugger off. Appreciate it, Sword and Stones. Happy nurture day to you both. Thanks. Keep them rolling. Facts. And let's see. So I've got my boom right there. Let's see, we generated. All right, and then did I do that? Plus, and so this one right here, I'm gonna do for frontier, because we can add a +1 to combat, agility, toughness, or casting, or +2 to 0 to speed as indicated. So I'm going to do, let's see, toughness. I'm gonna do combat for this one. And then I'm going to do toughness for this one. And I'm going to increase this toughness as well for my, what do you call it? For my heroes. I'm just gonna do this so then I know who my hero. This one is gonna be my hero. And this is gonna be my hero. This is gonna be my other hero. Let's see. And so we don't have to worry about that. Now, let's keep reading. So possessions. Any gold marks generated for your characters are added into a single pool. Okay, so I've got 2 gold marks from one of my characters. So that's good. Gold marks go up here. So far, where did I get that? It was 2 gold marks. So I'm going to put 2 right here. And since it goes into the dice, into the pool, everybody has a share in it. Let's see. And items and weapons rolled can be given to any character you like. You do not have to give them to the hero that rolled them. Word. Quality weapons, select one from... Wow. Quality weapons. Select one from bastard sword, crossbow, fencing sword, longbow, throwing knives, warhammer. Selecting items, all weapon rules begin on 60. Let's see. So here we go. So we've got our, so far we only have 2 gold marks, and I guess it's saying that we can each of us get to select a weapon, and then select from one. Okay, cool. All right, so select one from, not all of them, so we'll just select, and I guess we just kind of divvy it up. I'm not sure how it goes, or maybe just per character. All right, that makes sense. Select more bandages. Okay, full set of armor. Select from staff. Okay, I think that's what it's saying. So this is for each of the characters. I would take it, because this one let me know that this is for all. I'm just going to go with that right now, okay? And then we'll figure it out a little later down the line. So in the meantime, between time, I'm going to do it for each character. Let me just look at 60 real quick. Boom, boom. Oof. Weapons. A character may carry the following 2 weapons of any type plus either a shield or a 3rd light weapon. Quality weapon, basic weapon, and a fine weapon. So I'm thinking, because I don't really know what I'm doing, but let's see. So let's see, I'm going to select one from strange trinkets. Alright, we did our background, and then we would generate selecting skills, selecting equipment, tables. Warband receives the following items. Alright. My bad. Well, at least this time I'm not like bumping this, what you call it, the screen and stuff. I was just looking through it, making sure that I'm reading it right and stuff. So, see, quality weapon, basic weapon. So maybe I'll just select one for right now, and then we'll figure it out. So, skills. Alright, so, okay, so I'm gonna select from, let's see, a crossbow. I'm just gonna put it in my equipment stash for right now. See how we divvy it up, a crossbow. And then select one from a self. Let's see, a standard weapon or staff. Weapons quality superior. That's armor. Quality basic weapon. It's negative. I'm gonna do a staff. And then select one from staff, standard weapons, self bow, sling. This weapon will have a fine weapons trait. So what is a self bow? I'll put that down. And I'm gonna put it here. It has the fine weapon trait. Fine trait. Let's see. Full set of armor. So I take it this would be for each individual character if it's telling me I get, or do I just get one full set of armor? Let's see, I'll put that right here, full set of armor. And let's see, select one from bandages. Let's see, tunics, torches. I think we would need torches. Select one from bandages. These are the number of individual uses. I'm going to do torches. So we get 3 torches for now. And let's see. Mystic items. Select one from the congealed strands or mystic trinket. Let's see. 64. Doom, 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 doom. Or mystic trinket. Mystic trinket tend to be loaded down with all manner of talisman, bones, potions, or other miscellanea. A mystic may use this to cast a second spell in the same battle. Alright, so I'll put that to the side. Mystic trinket. Alright, so we've got our backgrounds and we get a full set of armor. Again, I'm not sure if but it would make sense that every character wouldn't have all of these, and it didn't say. It just said to select from. So we'll see. So we got our background, and now we roll, I guess, on the skill tables. For selecting skill acquired in the training roll, on the character's background table, roll once on the skill table above. Rolling a skill you already possess allows you to choose any skill of choice from the table. So for each skill acquired in the training, okay, so I got one skill right here, and someone else got a skill as well. Let's see. So for each skill acquired in the training roll, on the character's background table, roll once on the skills table above. Rolling a skill. So if I haven't rolled on if I don't get a skill, because I don't think, let's see, for each skill acquired, because one was, what do you call it? Let me go back to skill expertise. I'm thinking when it was the +1, because that's what I obtained during my background. So for these two are the ones that, so for each, roll once, what is it? It's a D100. Let's see. What I'm missing the. That's all right. We got a 26. So 26. So expertise. Skill. So dexterity and discretion while avoiding hazards. So we got an expertise, skill, and then I have another one, 46. And pathwise. Navigate and avoid obstacles, especially while traveling. Pathwise. So this one plus goes well. Pathwise. Okay, so skill grants 2+2 bonus when taking a relevant proficiency test. So rolling a skill you already possess allows you to choose any skill of choice. Let's only read it again. Selecting skills. For each skill acquired in the training roll on the character's background table, you roll once on the skill table. And our background one was the Mystic. Did the Mystic, which one was, oh, that's where I got the +1 on the skill. So I got one skill, and I think that's pretty much it. This one didn't get one, and this one didn't get one either, just my 2 humans. All right, so that seems about right. All right, and so we get, I'm sure that's +2. And then pathwise, we get a +2 as well. I think. Let's see. Alright, so we get a +2 for all new characters have a chance to receive valuable training. They will instead begin with a bonus experience point, as indicated by the relevant background table. This doesn't prevent them from acquiring skills later on, as experience points can lead to a character advancement. XP. Alright. So selecting hero equipment. In addition to any equipment generated by the tables above, the warband receives the following items. And see, so we get to select 2 quality weapons, 2 basic weapons, and assign them to your heroes. But I think that's what it is. That's what this section was saying. I don't know. So I think that's it right there. Let's keep going. Let's see. Distribute among your heroes. All right. So this is our, what do you call it? Starting stuff right here. So I'm not sure what that part is right there. So I'm going to do this and then I'll go back to the other section. So select 2 quality weapons and 2 basic weapons and assign them to 4 heroes. We get the quality weapons. Boom, boom, boom. And I think that's kind of what we did already right here. We got, let's see. We picked, I think I'm going to switch that up because I think I'm going to do a bastard sword. And we get 2 quality weapons. So I'm gonna erase this part right here, and because it also has, I'm pretty sure, equipment. Well, I'm gonna put this up here for now, and then we'll take it from there. So 2 quality weapons. One of them, I'm gonna let it be a bastard sword. And I guess I'll just call it sword for now. And then we also get to pick another one, and that one is going to be I'm going to let that be a longbow. And then we get to pick 2 basic weapons, and I'm going to stick with that staff because I'm pretty sure that's what we were doing earlier. So I'm going to stick with that staff. So, and then I'm going to do that self bow. So I think this is exactly what we did, self bow. we'll assign it how we see fit on here. Let's see, and we need to go ahead and assign it to our heroes. So my mystic is going to be, they're going to actually have the staff. Skills, equipment, so they're going to have a staff right here. And I'm going to erase this right here. So we've got a staff, and then we've got a longbow. Pathwise, scouting. I'm gonna do scouting. This one is gonna do the longbow. The scouter. I'm thinking it would be pretty decent from a distance. We've got longbow. And for this human, I'm gonna do a sword. Actually, I'm gonna do the self bow here. And then for this one, I'm gonna do the sword. All right, and then let's see. So no more than 2 heroes may be given a ranged. We've got the self bow and the longbow, sword, and a staff. So a hero with a ranged weapon automatically receives a light weapon as well. So a hero with a ranged weapon automatically receives a light weapon as well. So I guess we can pick out a light weapon. And if the character creation tables already gave you 2 or more ranged weapons, you may keep them but cannot select any more. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay, some of them did come with weapons. All right, just not the ones that I rolled on, clearly. All right, and this restriction. So armor is distribute the following among your heroes: 2 suits of partial armor, 2 suits of light armor, and 1 helmet, 1 shield. Optional, you may take full armor, 1 partial, and let's see. I'll distribute that. I'm just going to put this right here. We get 2 suits of, so we get 2 partial. For now. We get 2 partial. We get 2 light. I'm not sure how to distribute that yet. And then we get 1 helmet. And then we get 1 shield. So I'm thinking that, I don't know what popped in my mind as far as the shield. Love 5 leagues. What's up, Russell? How you doing? This is my first time. This is where I have no idea what I'm doing. So feel free to help. What else do you play, Russell? How long have you been playing what you call it, 5 leagues? Do you play 5 parsecs from home as well? Let's see. I think I'm gonna do, I think I kind of already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do for this one right here, their armor. More than likely, I'm gonna give them I'm gonna probably give them the shield, the one that has a sword. But I'm gonna wait on that. So I'm gonna mark that down so I make sure I don't forget to do that. If I have time to do that before I go to bed, bye. Let's see. So what was I doing again? Oh, armor, distributing the armor. And that's why it was a little confusing, because this section right here, it also says select one from, we get to select some of that as well. About 6 months, and I do play 5 parsecs. Stargrave, Frostgrave. I'm not familiar. I definitely played my 5 parsecs. We call it bada bing, bada boom. And I've been using this. Bada bing, bada boom, boom. This is a fantastic addition to my 5 parsecs from home campaigns. I've currently, just finished a street battle. which was really cool. It definitely adds a different flavor. You know, it adds extra stuff. And 5 parsecs from home doesn't have index in the back. It is color coded. Color coded the pages, but in the compendium, it actually has the index for both this book and for 5 parsecs from home. You don't have that. This one is super awesome. It adds extra. It has psionics. Another character in there that you can use. What do you call it? Different rules. It has the bug hunt, the adventure bug hunt. It's got different additional adventures and stuff, or missions, or extending your emissions and stuff. So definitely well worth it. So, all right, and now we do our. I'm gonna wait to distribute my armor. Next one we have generating the followers. So we have 4 heroes. Boom, boom, boom. 2 humans, a feral, and we have a duskling. Sounds like I need to pick that up. It is really, really great book. It really, really is. I'm still fairly new to 5 parsecs from home, but this has so many extra goodies inside of it that I've been messing with. Definitely have a psionic in my recruited a psionic, but yeah, it's cool. And I think that they're coming out with something else called Planet Something, where you can kind of like take over settlements or something like that. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. And so now we're going to generate, we have 2 followers. So your warband is accompanied by 2 followers, generic soldiers, scoundrels, or mercenaries that agree to help you out of loyalty. Ambition or promise of coin. Followers have the same basic profile as heroes, but do not begin the campaign with any ability score improvements. It is impossible for a follower to eventually become. Does it say impossible? It is possible for a follower to eventually become a fully fledged hero. Initial followers must be human. Okay, so then we have 2 extra humans. Okay. And let's see, you may opt to roll once for both of your followers or generate each individually. So, I'm going to do a Willy Rogue. And then I'm going to do, so I've got a Mystic, I've got 2 Outsiders, a Faithful Servant. Well, maybe a Hired Guide, but I have somebody in here that has like, we've got Hunting Instincts, and there was something else that we had, Pathwise, I have to look that up, but Traveling, +1 to Traveling. Let's see, Deranged Wretch. Oh, okay. An Aspiring Scholar. Sounds pretty interesting, I guess, maybe. Let's see. I don't know. And it looks like we're just about done. Let's see. Once we're done with that. And then the next thing we can do is go over our game rules. I don't want to do that. Let's see. Where's the next section? Preparation. This is probably where we're going to go to. Let's see. Campaign. Yeah, there we go. Starting the campaign. This is probably what we'll set up the region. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I like it so far. I like the character creation, the options. So I'm happy that I grabbed it. This was extra birthday money that my mama gave me. My mama still gives me birthday money for, at age, God willing, I'll be 43 in July. So yeah, let's see. And I sure did start tabletop late in life, but better late than never, they always say. So I think I'm gonna do former soldier. I'm gonna do former soldier. Human. So the following equipment. Each follower may be armed with either a standard weapon or staff. Another thing that I have to do, I have to not only assign my armor, but also, it was also saying, let's see, The character creation. There's something else in here. Oh, you are young. I turned 50 something. If you happy belated birthday, Russell. Younger. Is she though? Wow. Mrs. Coach always has the ill jokes. Happy belated birthday, Russell. And thank you for your time. Everybody who's tuned in, everybody who tunes in later, I really appreciate your time because you can do anything. Even if you have this playing in the background, it helps out. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Russell. My birthday is July 4th. Okay. So, we've got a former soldier and a... Oh, that's what we're doing. If you do not have 2 ranged hero equipment, 1 follower, I already have 2 ranged, so I can't do that at the moment. And where's the equipment at again? Equipment was on 62. So, standard weapon. So, a standard weapon is a typical short sword, mace, hunting spear. I think a hunting spear for... what would my rogue with 1 hand and requiring only modest skill? A hatchet. Okay. Who walks around with a hatchet? Alright, so... That's an odd weapon. An odd random weapon. A hunting spear. I'm gonna do the rogue. The rogue is gonna have a hunting spear. That's a standard weapon, right? Yep. Let's see, a hunting spear. And it is +1. I don't know what these 2 scores are, but I'm sure again we'll figure it out along the way because that's what we do. And then here go... Okay. Weapon types. So he's going to do, or not sure if it's going to be a he or she. They're going to do the hunting spear. And then, because I already have someone with a staff, so maybe a mace or a short sword for the... Maybe a mace for my former soldier. Kind of sounds about... I don't know. Yeah, we're going to do a mace for my equipment, for my... Did I spell that right? Alright. Now, let's see. Alright. So, 1 follower will wear light armor. The rest will wear no armor. So, I'm going to do light armor for my soldier. And is there a spot right here for my armor? I'm just going to put light armor right here for now. So I need to assign these things to my armor. But, so I think I'm going to do, for this one, for my Duskling, I feel like the shield is befitting of it. And then, let's see, for my long guy, maybe a helmet. Hold on. Because I get 2. I get 2 suits of partial armor. 2 suits, alright, yeah, I'm going to wait. I got a shield. I'm still thinking the shield is... The Duskling will probably fit good with that shield, to be honest. But I'm going to hold off on that. Alright. And let's see. 1 follower will wear light armor. The rest will wear no armor. Warband resources. You begin the campaign with 3 gold marks. So I've already got 2 from one of my background. So now I have 5. Let me see what time it is. I'm over here partying it up with you guys. Alright, it's about time to wrap things up. Let me see. 3. I'm going to have to come on here earlier so then I can stay on later. So then I can get a little bit more accomplished. So let's see. We get 3 gold marks plus any money generated by rolling on the characters. Boom. You have 2 doses of silver tree leaf in addition to anything provided by the character creation process. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. I'm going to put that over here because I'm sure we can look that up. Then we get 2 doses of silver tree leaf. What's up, Robert? I appreciate that. I appreciate you dropping in. Appreciate the comment, and I appreciate the support, Robert. Thank you. Let me see. 2 doses of and spell selection. If you opted to take a mystic character, you may select 2 spells from the main spell list, then roll 3 times on the spell list to see what the spells are known. Reroll any duplicates. Spells and their effects are on 47. Finishing touches, you write down and you have 3 story points. We also have 3 story points. I'm going to do that. I have to do my spells as well. I haven't forgotten. Select one of your existing heroes to be your avatar. Avatar gains 1 point each of will and luck. Okay. Let's see. All right, I think we're going to actually pause there and then we'll pick this back up possibly tomorrow because, why not? So I'll put that slide that right there. So we started on our character. I thought we was going to do a little bit more, but we'll do because we'll start here. So pretty much done with our characters. I've got a human mystic, a human frontier, a feral, kind of like a cat-like being, cat-like humanoid, an outsider, a duskling outsider, and then I have a human rogue and a human former soldier. So I've got 4 heroes and 2 followers, and I think that one of my humans has to be. All right, we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna pause there. And again, anybody who tunes in later, thank you so much. I'll put the Discord link inside of the, what do you call it? Inside of the description once I'm done doing a couple things. So I'll be running a few one-shots, free one-shots. You will have to sign up on startplayinggames.com. But I'm going to start with probably Dragonbane and run a few different ones. Cairn, or whatever I have, I'm just going to try to run and utilize the systems that I have and get to know them. So, but you guys have a super fantastically awesome night. I'll talk to you guys. I'll be back on tomorrow night at same time. And maybe picking back up on this. Either this or Starforge. Because I'm going to save my lives to do whatever I want to do. And so maybe we'll finish up our Starforge preparation or the rest of this right here. I'm going to leave this book open so I know where I left off at. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic night. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. You have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, everybody.